Welcome everybody to another Friday class. I'm excited to be here with you once again. My name is Mapuana. For those of you that don't know me very well, I live in California and I've been with doTERRA for almost 10 years now. And I love everything that they come out with. And so we're really excited to talk about some new products today. I host these continuing education classes every single Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for anyone in doTERRA who's interested in creating a healthier lifestyle with simple lifestyle changes that include all of doTERRA's products, as well as incorporating alternative approaches to a more holistic healthcare. So I believe that mind, body, and spirit need to be in alignment in order to thrive. And so my intention today is to help you understand how important restorative sleep can be to your overall health. And so just as a reminder, I love when people use that reactions button on the bottom of the page, as well as have some fun in the chat. Drop questions there, answer questions if you know the answer to some of them. Participate in our class through the chat feature because that's kind of fun. On my YouTube channel, you'll find a lot of other classes that we've taught. So please feel free to copy and paste that out of the link because Jenny already dropped that there. Okay. So again, our topic for today is restorative sleep. So what does restorative actually mean? Well, it means having the ability to restore health, strength, or a feeling of well-being. Another definition could be something, especially a medicine or a drink, that restores health, strength, or well-being. And so what do we have? We have our new sleep system, right? So is your sleep restorative? Is this something that you might need a little help with? Do you know somebody in your life who can use these products to improve their sleep? I know personally, I'll be honest, I have always had to work on better sleep, getting better sleep. For the last couple of months, every single week, there has been at least 1 to 2 nights where I don't get good sleep. And I feel the effects. I'm either a little moody, I have low energy, I'm more irritable. And so I know that you understand a good sleep pattern to follow can affect our overall health. And so today we're going to review just 10 minutes worth of Laura Jacobs' presentation from Convention, and then go through 4 short videos of the new sleep course that doTERRA has just released. And that's going to explain each new product in our sleep system and how you can use them. So Jenny, can you drop the link doTERRA2023.brandlive.com in the chat? This is where you could actually listen to all of the recording from Convention. We have access to that until October 16th or 17th, I think. So it is a huge amount of great information that we can review. And since we're only watching 10 minutes of Laura Jacobs' presentation, my hope is that you will copy and paste that link from the chat and go to the portion of the presentations so you could finish her actual presentation. So let me go ahead and start that for you now. Her presentation was entitled Finding Everyday Serenity. Now, if you see some black boxes or something, just go ahead and ignore those, pay more attention to her words, and then we can move over to those other videos, as well as opening it up to some success stories, because we have some people here who are going to share some fantastic success stories. So it starts at the time frame of 142. So if you want to go into the recording and listen, this is where we're going to pick it up from.
Lead to metabolic health as both a baseline and an umbrella to the majority of our wellness efforts. And
warm welcome to original US founder and double blue diamond, Laura Jacobs.
Well, I have to say this is a first. I don't think I've ever presented from a chair. So thank you for accepting me as I am. And just to get it all checked off your list, new e-bike, maiden voyage. Enough said, right? So welcome to what I hope is a wonderful sleep workshop as we discover more ways together to create everyday serenity. So right out of the gates, let's be sure that our conversation begins with an end in mind. What exactly is it that we're solving for? Why are we talking about something like sleep? And it's this. We are solving for a quality of life. In our doTERRA world this last year, since the release of the MetaPower system, we've experienced a real anchoring by focusing our efforts specifically more on metabolic health. And the more reading and research we do, we find all roads lead to metabolic health as both a baseline and an umbrella to the majority of our wellness efforts. And all those roads lead to one end goal, earning a quality of life. In our doTERRA world, we are blessed with a framework we call our wellness lifestyle. It does an excellent job of illustrating how we go about achieving and earning that quality of life. It's by making wellness-based decisions not just once, but every single day. The model gives us an important basis for health and wellness decisions with what I like to call a hierarchy of health, bringing order and logic to our strivings. So now we take our focus here together to the ever important rest section or portion of that wellness lifestyle. Because frankly, the bottom line is sleep 100% impacts that quality of life and the health we're striving for. So then, if we're solving for a quality of life, we must there solve for a quality of sleep, as one is not without the other. And that quality can be measured in a number of significant ways, ones we get to participate in on a daily basis. As we move together through this sleep conversation, I invite you to directly consider how your quality and quantity of rest directly impact you in each of these areas. Reason being, these are how we measure if that quality of life is present for us. A health span that lasts as long as our lifespan, a biological age younger than our chronological age, true metabolic health, an overall sense of well-being, energy available to us to the end of every day, the capacity to move with strength and recover fully, or what we could define as measurable fitness, and even, yes, how we look on the outside. So let's dive in. Right out of the gates, let's overcome an objection, shall we? And I might perhaps be talking to myself. I know for people like me or Emily Wright, because you've probably heard one of us say it, you can sleep when you die. I want to speak to us activator, achiever, maximizer, responsibility types in the room, right? I mean, really, who can sleep when there's so many important and fun things to do in life? What's a little lost sleep here and there? We've got oils and supplements. I don't know about you, but I'm super good at cheating sleep. But in all honesty, we live in a super busy world, and it's not uncommon for our family responsibilities, work or deadlines, those pet projects, or even, yes, our blessed technological distractions to get in the way. And our sleep then can become underrated in its level of its importance. So we get to confess to ourselves that allowing our mind and body to rest and recuperate is also a vital part of every day. And because misery loves company, I just wanted those of you who can relate to know you're not alone. Apparently, getting enough sleep is something a lot of people struggle with. Upwards of 50 to 70 million Americans struggle with sleep, where 1 out of 3 are not getting the amount of uninterrupted sleep they should. And apparently, there's a huge solution or a huge market for solutions. Not to mention, ladies, we tend to have a more difficult time falling asleep and staying asleep. It may seem like a lot to us to spend, yes, a third of our life sleeping. I get it. However, there are significant costs that come from cutting our sleep short. It goes way beyond feeling tired. Not getting enough sleep puts a strain on our energy levels, and that can manifest in a number of ways. Trouble remembering things, a reduced attention span, slowed thinking, reduced sex drive, poor decision making, irritability, daytime sleepiness, and yes, even impaired driving. A literal deterioration of mental and physiological performance starts 16 hours after being awake, which impacts our capacity for work, home, and school life. Focus, emotional reactivity, risk-taking, behavior, judgment, they all suffer. You've got to have time to take out your trash, emotionally, mentally, and physically. From clearing cellular debris or waste to breaking down a toxic protein called beta amyloid from your brain, you need sleep. Otherwise, things like cognitive function can continue to decline over time. Sleep is our time to conduct our business internally like no other time of day can. Now that we've got ourselves motivated, let's get ourselves more educated on the actual science of sleep and dig deeper into something called the sleep cycle and its accompanying phases and stages, and how this great thing is our great reset button. The body follows a very specific sleep cycle that's divided into 4 stages. Each repeat multiple times throughout the night and have specific physiological changes. I want to go through each of those with you briefly because I know for me, having a better understanding of this whole process has given me both a greater appreciation as well as better strategy for how I support my own cycle better. Stage 1. We're all familiar with having our eyes closed, drifting off, but we're still somewhat aware of what's happening around us, perhaps a dog moving or a fan whirling, kids or the TV humming in the other room. You get it, you get it. This first phase, this drifting off, light sleep, lasts for about 10 to 20 minutes. And I like the term twilight phase, where we are literally transitioning into and fading off to sleep and starting to slow down. Stage 2, we then enter what is termed light sleep, where our body functions are slowing even more. Our heart rate, breathing, and body temperature drop, muscles relaxed, eye movements cease, and brain waves slow. This is the longest of the 4 stages and lasts about 60 minutes. Stage 3 is deep sleep, and this is where I think things get a little more exciting. Our heartbeat and breathing reach their lowest levels. Our muscles are as relaxed as they're going to be, and our brain activity slows from choppy to steady. Synchronized delta waves are rolling then from our frontal lobe toward the back of our brain. As well, during this time, our cells are producing the growth hormone for important projects like bone, muscle, and blood vessel repair and restoration throughout our body. This stage plays a huge role in how refreshed and alert we then feel the next day. Earlier in the night, this stage lasts longer, and as the night progresses, the length of this repeated phase will shorten more and more. In those first 3 phases, our parasympathetic nervous system kicks in to slow us down in all the ways. And then we hit stage 4, where things take a plot turn. During REM sleep, also known as rapid eye movement, the sympathetic nervous system is then activated, increasing our breathing, our heart rate, and our blood pressure to levels we're at when we're awake yet relaxed. As the name suggests, yes, our eyes do move back and forth quickly under our eyelids. And what's happening within is truly fantastic. During REM sleep, the brain is a divided kingdom. Areas responsible for visual perception, movement, autobiographical memory, and emotional processing are quite active, supporting a surreal ride through hallucinations that would send us straight to the psychiatrist if this was happening during waking hours. Whereas our prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought, goes dormant. Our arms and legs are practically paralyzed, and it's believed this locking down is to prevent us from physically acting out in our dreams and therefore hurting ourselves or someone else. Experiments reveal that dreams help us process our emotions. During deep dream sleep, we don't just revisit the day, we process our emotions tied to related events and memories, but in a way that disconnects us from those emotions, making it easier to recall an experience without reliving it. Those who are able to dream about traumatic experiences, for example, are found to recover more quickly than those who do not. Numerous studies link our REM sleep to memory consolidation, where recently learned experiences are converted into long-term memories, learning, and retained knowledge. Studies show the emotions of a dream may be the most important element, whereas only 1% to 2% are replays of the day's actual events, and 55% revisit the emotions of the day. Each time we revisit this phase, it becomes longer and longer, and this is where we are when we wake up, which is why we often remember those last dream or few. Upon awakening, we are then able, with our conscious mind, to stitch together these separate pieces and continue to form a meaningful tapestry of our lives. The magical time we have to process our lives at night while sleeping is beautifully defined by Dr. Matthew Walker, professor of neuroscience and psychology at UC Berkeley, as overnight therapy. We sleep to remember, we sleep to forget, he says. Who hasn't been in their wits' end trying to resolve an argument or complete a frustrating task or project before bed, only to find in the morning you're laughing about what you were fighting about the night before, or are suddenly progressing much easier and faster on that task the next day? When emotions are high and our brain is tired, we simply aren't coping or thinking well. And a good night's sleep can truly make all the difference.
All righty. So what did you think about that brief presentation? If you once, it was good. But every time you see it, at least for me, every time I see it, I learn something new. Personally, I can never get enough of Laura Jacobs. I love the way she speaks. I was sorry to see her hurt herself, but happy to see her presenting on this subject. So that was good. Again, if you want to see the complete presentation, go grab that link in the chat, reach out to who invited you here for the password so that you can review all of our good stuff that doTERRA is letting us have access to. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is move straight into a little bit of the sleep course that is absolutely free. So you could find that at training.doterra.com. And this is what it looks like. Can somebody here tell me that you can see my screen with the new videos up? Just unmute yourself.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So as you can see here, I've only gone through the course halfway, but I wanted to show 3 videos on today's class about the specific sleep products that have just come out. Now, the first one is 4 minutes, so we're going to skip that one because we're coming up on our time limit here, and I want to respect your time. But it's all about Serenity Blend, the restful blend. Okay, so some of us here are familiar with it. It's great to help you sleep and decompress in the diffuser on the bottom of your feet, on your chest. But this video is all about our new Serenity Restful Complex Soft Gels. And I did an experiment this week where I used the old Serenity soft gels one night and they didn't work as good. So I'm excited to learn more about the reformulation of this complex because I got better sleep when I used the new.
Berries also contain natural melatonin.
So let's watch this one together.
doTERRA Serenity Restful Complex Soft Gels are a natural sleep solution for occasional sleeplessness when taken internally. While doTERRA Serenity isn't meant for internal use, these soft gels don't contain the full version of the essential oil blend. They do, however, have lavender essential oil, which is known for its ability to relax and calm the mind when taken internally. Clinical and experimental research supports ingesting lavender essential oil to calm the nervous system and promote healthy relaxation and sleep. The soft gels also contain lemon balm, passion flower, chamomile, L-theanine, and tart cherry. All these ingredients are encased in a vegetarian soft gel and work together to create a natural formula that can encourage restful sleep without leaving you feeling groggy the next day. While all ingredients in the soft gels play a special role in their calming, relaxing effects, let's look at two in particular: L-theanine and tart cherry extract. L-theanine is a non-protein amino acid found naturally in green tea, black tea, and some mushrooms. L-theanine has the unique ability to promote relaxation without causing drowsiness. It has been studied for its calming effects on the nervous system. It's structurally like the neurotransmitters glutamate and gamma-aminobutyric acid, nicknamed GABA, both of which are associated with improved mood, calmness, and relaxation. Tart cherry extract is included in the soft gels for its positive effect on sleep, which is likely because of its tryptophan content. Tryptophan helps the body make melatonin, a natural hormone your body produces as part of your circadian rhythm's synchronization of the sleep-wake cycle with day and night. Thus, melatonin is often referred to as the sleep hormone. Its production increases with evening darkness, promoting healthy sleep, while light causes the production to stop. Every 100 grams of tart cherry extract contains about 9 milligrams of tryptophan. Plus, tart cherries also contain natural melatonin. The tart cherry extract in these soft gels is a simple, natural way to gently aid your body's melatonin production and provide additional melatonin, ultimately supporting your sleep.
So that was a little bit of information about the soft gels. Now let's take a look at the next video that discusses the Serenity stick with the addition of valerian.
On how valerianic acid Lastly in this product family is doTERRA Serenity Stick with valerian. The stick serves as a convenient way to apply doTERRA Serenity Restful Blend topically, and the moisturizing emollients leave your skin feeling soft and non-greasy. You've already learned about the benefits of doTERRA Serenity, but this stick also includes valerian, an herb that's native to Asia and Europe but also found in North America. The plant's root is used for different purposes because it contains multiple compounds that may impact the human brain and body. Researchers have identified the following active compounds in valerian root: iridoids, also called valipotriates, chemical constituents like valerianic and valeric acid, lignans and flavonoids, and low levels of GABA. All these compounds likely work together to provide the effects of valerian root. But researchers have primarily focused on how valerianic acid affects GABA receptors, a type of neurotransmitter in the brain. Valerian root also can impact serotonin receptors. The addition of valerian supports and enhances the effects of this stick and the essential oil blend, making the overall results of doTERRA Serenity Restful Blend even more powerful and soothing.
Okay, so that was just a little bit from the sleep course that will probably only take you about 30 to 40 minutes to go through all of the videos if you do it in one setting. It is free, it is self-paced, and you could learn a lot more when you decide to take that course. So highly recommend it. Now I am going to open it up for success stories, and I've got to share my screen one more time, because we are going to start out with my friend Mary, who is a cross-leg doTERRA sister, but check out her story and her picture. Mary, can you see your picture up there?
Yes, I should unmute. You'll hear me better.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being willing to share your story.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here. Just on a random thought earlier, I guess it was on the 26th or the 27th when I was talking with our group. And just randomly during the class, I pulled up 2 dates on my iPhone app for health. I do wear an Apple Watch, and most of the time I'm wearing my Fitbit too, because we have contests with people in other countries for exercise. So I've got both of them going. Doesn't look real good, but I use my sleeves to hide them. But anyways, I wanted to see how I was sleeping. I felt like I was sleeping, but I didn't know for sure. For years, I've dealt with sleep issues. Back in the 90s, I was on sodium oxybate, which is an orphan drug that can only be dispensed from one pharmacy in the whole country, and it gets shipped through FedEx, and it's extremely expensive, so your insurance typically rejects it. I had to fight all the way to the Supreme Court for the Postal Service to get treated equally to be able to have that medication, because it did help me sleep. It put me to sleep for 4 hours, and promptly after 4 hours, I would wake up and have to take the medicine again for another 4 hours. The problem with that is it was too expensive, and after a while, it just was not in our budget. So I dealt with sleep issues. But I'm happy to say Serenity should have been in my life way back then, because look at this. On the 14th, I was in bed 8 hours and 2 minutes, and I had a whole whopping 4 hours and 15 minutes of sleep. You can see that the blue, the core sleep, is pretty good, but there's not a whole lot of that REM sleep, the deep sleep. But I started taking, we received our products on the 15th, I think it was, 15th, 16th. I might have waited one day to take them, but it's amazing because on the 25th, I was in bed approximately the same amount of time, 8 hours and 18 minutes, but yet I had 8 hours and 2 minutes. I'm really enjoying not waking up before dawn and still feel really good. I don't feel groggy or anything like that, but I have noticed, like you mentioned, and I was wondering why, I went back to trying to use up my old Serenity Cat soft gels. So that's probably why I was a little sleepier today than I have been. But maybe I'll take 2 tonight, 1 of each.
Yeah, I hope that you saw all of the clappy hands and the reactions on some of the screens here, because that picture really does make a difference, right? And so thank you so much for sharing that story. We know that the new products are going to make a difference. So my Serenity Soft Gel containers were sitting side by side, and I kind of got confused because I wasn't really paying attention. I was just like, oh, I got to take it, you know. But then the next day I realized that I took the wrong ones. And so I said, oh, maybe that's why I didn't get as much sleep or as good sleep, because I took the old formula. So anybody else want to share their success stories or how they've been enjoying our new Serenity Sleep kits? Just go ahead and unmute yourself and share.
Can y'all hear?
I know for me.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go ahead and go with Viana.
Hi, everyone. Me and Julie are together, but we look like a wreck, so we can't show ourselves today, okay?
Sounds good.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you about the new Serenity. I started taking it. I got my box, and I instantly started taking it. They're a little darker color, so I could tell the difference between the other one, and because I did have 2 bottles too. But the first time I took it, I was very I think so relaxed, but I was excited, and I'm going through a lot of stress, so I was excited. And I noticed, like, I kept like, am I sleeping, am I sleeping? So I didn't pay, like, I don't even know what happened, let me put it that way. So then I took it again, and it knocked me out so good that I knew I slept, because I woke up and I'm like, I have to run to the restroom because I know I didn't get up through the middle of the night to use the restroom. So I really, I can tell the difference tremendously, in the sense of when I woke up, I wasn't feeling, I felt normal. It didn't feel like I was drowsy. It didn't feel like I was feeling any kind of sensation of weird. So far so good. So definitely try it, guys. It's been fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate hearing that success story. There was somebody else. I think that was Jenny's voice. Did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah, I took it the first night we got it, that very first day. And it was really interesting because, I wasn't, I went into it with no expectation. Let's just see how it goes. And the way it relaxes you, it just feels like you're floating on a cloud. Like it doesn't feel like you're drugged. It doesn't feel like Viana said, like you don't feel weird. It just felt like so relaxed, like you could really like ease into sleep. And for those of us that go to convention, we know like we're like zoom, 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 go, 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 that sometimes it's hard to shut off our brain. And so that was really cool to experience that.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I did the same thing on that Thursday. I took out the Serenity and I was like, I have got to get some sleep tonight. Like at least maybe 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and it knocked me out for a good solid 6 hours. And I woke up rejuvenated thinking, oh, these products are going to be my #1 seller. Coming out of convention, these are already my favorite products out of the whole kit. So anybody else? We have a few more minutes. Just unmute yourself and share, or if you have any questions.
Hi, Mapwana, it's Jennifer.
Hey.
Hi. So I think I struggle sometimes with falling asleep at night because there's so many things going on in my head from work, from this, from that. So I was taking the old Serenity supplements and I would take 2 and I still didn't fall asleep. And so then I started taking 4 and I started to go to sleep and I was like, wow. And then I saw that they came out with the Serenity soft gels. I was like, I have to try those. I wonder what's going on. How come they made a new formula? So I tried it and I only took 2 of them and I passed out. I was like, oh my gosh. And I woke up and I felt great. I was like, this is amazing. So I love them and it's probably going to be a regular for me because I do have a hard time falling asleep. So
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So it could help in anywhere of your sleep. It can help you get to sleep. It can help you stay asleep. It can help you get REM sleep and wake up refreshed. So it's a wonderful new product. It's easy to share with people. Most of us need to work on improving our sleep habits, right? And so I hope our information and class today has motivated you to use it, order it, add it to your LRP, and share it with other people. And remember, our new sleep complex has tart cherry in it, which promotes the pituitary gland to produce its own melatonin. So people can now not buy that and just switch on over to the Serenity soft gels. It's more natural, it's better for them, and it absolutely works. So thank you everybody for joining. We are at our time frame, so I'm going to wrap it up with the raffle. I've got 2 oils to give away. So I'm giving away a citrus bloom roller, and the first person who came up on our spinner wheel is Carly Stoll. Carly Stoll, congratulations.
This is my first time even with doTERRA, so I'm so excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. It does
I'm
pay
a
Friday.
I'm a real person.
You're so cute. Well, welcome to our community. I'll get your address from, I think it's Aubrey?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And I will send that out. Okay.
Okay.
And then you're welcome. I'm giving away a small bottle of 5 ml of peppermint. So who can always use peppermint in their life, right? And that person is Desiree C. Desiree, congratulations. Who invited you? Is she still with us, girls?
It looks like she might have dropped off.
I think she dropped off, but she's mine, Mapu.
Oh, perfect. So just reach out to me. Let me know her address and I'll get that mailed out. Okay.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. I love doing our raffle. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is make a bunch of announcements. So first things first, Remember, we're starting to come upon our Reclaim Your Health events. You can go to tour.doterra.com to find an event that's taking place near you, no matter where you live, anywhere across the country, okay? There are a few that our team members are putting together. There's one in Modesto, there's one in Kansas, there's one in Charlotte, North Carolina, there's one in Santa Clarita Valley. So if you're interested in attending, please reach out to the person who invited you here, and we will send you the link so that you can get a ticket. It is only $10 to attend, but you walk away with so much more, because this event will have 6 different stations for you to visit where you can sample the new products. You're going to make and take away a few projects like lotions and creams, and it's just going to be a really, really good time. So it's worth it to get yourself to one of those events, okay? Now, next week, Friday, we're going to meet up here again. Watch for my invitation posted on Instagram. Jenny Garcia is going to be hosting this class. It will be the same Zoom and the same password, but she's going to be teaching it because I'm going to be unavailable. And her topic is women's health. So great subject. Please come back next week. She's going to do a great job. She's making special slides for her presentation. And so I am looking forward to watching the recording. And then the week after that is the 13th. And again, I am not available. So I am relying on my team to back me up. And Brenda Vargas is going to be teaching a class about Shinrin Yoku. So that's all set up for you guys. Okay. And then I just want to say that this is a goodie bag of 11 different items for those of you on my team that are doing the business and enrolling people. Because remember, I'm doing Diamond Club. And so everyone on my team who enrolls one person gets a raffle ticket into a big box for a big bag of prizes. Would you like to see 1 or 2 cool items from this bag? Let me just tempt you here because you have one more day to enroll people. So I did bring some swag back from the doTERRA convention. And one of the simplest things that they sold at the marketplace was actually my favorite thing. Does anybody remember what these are? Go ahead and
toothpaste out.
Exactly. Or your skincare. So that's in there. And then there's also a little bag, a hipster bag that comes in this package. So I am really excited to be involved in Diamond Club. It's been a lot of fun, and I want to reward all of my teammates who are out there sharing doTERRA. So you have a chance to win that bag this month. October will be a different raffle, and then November we're ending Diamond Club, and there will be another big bag of gifts to win if you are enrolling people. Okay, so October 1st is coming, and most of our products will be available except for 2, which won't be available until the 15th. So let me get my little calendar out here. So the Blue Lotus, the Serenity, the Shinrin Yoku, and the toothpaste are available October 1st. And then November 15th is the probiotics, and October 15th is the birch. You can find all of this on social media. They'll be posting all of those things, as well as the new promotions for October. So we have a lot to look forward to, and it's going to be a great month in October. So thank you all for joining me again. I kept you a little bit late today, but I'm sure you enjoyed it because you hung in with me till the end. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.